With so many questions unanswered, there's this void that seems to be filled by conspiracy theories, almost nonsense ideas. What are some of the ones you've heard regarding MH370?
The first one, and it was within 2 days of it going missing and they couldn't find it. I got 2 emails, quite serious. The aliens had gotten it. And they were absolutely dead serious. And the internet fuels the conspiracy theorist, and they're damaging to the investigative process.
Do you actually pursue these things? I mean, how do they take away from the investigation?
Well, if you take someone that particularly is in a government environment, if they receive email, they just about have to, by policy, reply to it. Okay, so now we're going to say, okay, it's not the aliens, and you just go down the list of these conspiracy theories that the investigative agencies are duty-bound to reply to. It's like the criminalization of aircraft accidents. It detracts from aviation safety overall.
And it's a noise that you don't need when you are dealing with families of victims.
Absolutely, and that's part of the problem, that we as investigators take great care to, as empathetically as possible, work with those who are grieving as a result of the loss of their loved ones to explain what is happening, and that we are very serious in finding out why and preventing it happening again, because that's the investigator's job. And once you get such a deluge of mad ideas about what might have happened with people who are in a difficult emotional state because of the loss they've incurred, yes, it's terribly, terribly frustrating, because it does nothing to help the grieving and confuses everything that's going on and lets people start to believe that in some way the government officials who are trying to do the best possible job are in some way concealing or
cover up. And there's such a desire in the hours and days following an accident for the families. They want all of this data, which no one has. Yeah. But there's this high demand of, you're hiding something. No, I just don't know. We'll get there. Well, but they want the information immediately, which the worst thing I could do, the worst, is to tell you something, this is how it happened, and then it turned out to be wrong. And the people that are on the airplane that are fatally injured, you cannot help those people. It's beyond anything we can do. So the first is not to let it occur again, is to protect the fleet from a reoccurrence. That is actually the first priority. And then dealing with the families, then you have to say, look, I'm extremely sorry. We will get you the answers, but you have to give us time to do it. But that fuels the conspiracy theorist of, well, it could have been this. They're hiding something. And in fact, it's not the case.
It's very, very difficult when a grieving family member comes to you for information, and that family member has taken in information from a source, such as these wild theories that get thrown around, and asks you to disprove that because they're clinging to something that somebody has given them as an answer that you can't give them. And they say, now you proved that this, whatever theory, is not correct. Prove it to me. It's not just the conspiracy theorists that are the biggest problem. In my career, what I found the biggest problem to be are the people with some certain amount of credibility that get invited into the media to give their opinions as the investigation unfolds. And they have a lot more credibility than somebody says the airplane got sucked into a black hole. It's pretty easy to convince the families that that's not true. But if you have somebody who is with some connection to the aviation industry, who goes on a major network and puts forth some theory that's off the scale somewhere, that is quite hard to deal with when it comes to families. And the media people and the people who put themselves forward as experts and do that sort of thing, I don't know sometimes how they sleep at night. It's just so damaging to the vulnerable family members that it's sad. It's really sad.